What's up, guys? I just got two absolutely massive packages in the mail. Check these things out. Like, look at the size of these things. I'm so excited to open these, and I want to share a little bit about like what we got, obviously review, see what we got, and then share a little bit about why we have these, and definitely have a little bit of fun. So these are actually WATA submissions. Now, WATA is a grading company that grades specifically video games, but they have since reached out and done like DVDs, Blu-rays, and CDs as well. I think they do maybe VHS, or they're about to do VHS. So we sent in 18 of things, a variety of all of that stuff, and two of them couldn't get graded for some reason, and 16 of them are in these boxes. Now, first and foremost, that is a lot of box for 16 submissions. I think there's 8 in each box, and I'm super excited to open them. So I'll show you guys my shelf here. So I personally grade specifically for preservation. So like here is one of my favorite movies of all time. I would say one of the most influential movies that I own, which is Digimon the movie. This is sealed, graded 9.8. This is the only one of its kind. And I think that is just super cool, super important. I don't know why it's important to me, but it's just one of those things that I think is really cool. Here's another example. And just an FYI, like I love their new cases. I have a couple in their old cases, but I love these new cases. Same with, Ultimate Muscle for the GameCube. Such a classic game to me. This is an anime that I loved. My brother and I played this game so much. We played this all the time. This is the game that we played together so many times, and it's just a reason I slapped it up. And I have quite a few submitted games. Here is Mario Sunshine, personally one of my favorite games. Once again, like, this is complete in box. This is a game that my brother and I played so often. We played this all the time, and I just thought it would be something I wanted to preserve. I also got it signed and autographed by Charles Martinet, the original voice of Mario. But if we go like over here, this is my Zelda shelf, which I haven't shown you guys. We have like some other Zelda games. This is actually a sealed copy of Wind Waker. The reason I have Wind Waker sealed is because I have the Wind Waker Wii U version, and the Wii U version came with it installed, so I didn't need to open this version. But like my copy of Twilight Princess, one of my favorite, I would say Twilight Princess is my all-time favorite Zelda game. So I think the GameCube version was my all-time favorite, which I think is in the submission over here. But Twilight Princess for the Wii, great game. I think that was the first Zelda game that I ever played all the way through. And then just other games that meant a lot to me. This is Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass. I would say two of the most, for me personally, challenging Zelda games of all time. Absolutely brutal. I don't know what it was. I think it was the stylus gameplay that was difficult for me, but yeah, I just love how these are preserved more so than the value. Now, I know normally you grade things to and for the value, but for me personally, grading is all about the preservation. And I guess grading games is about the preservation. Cards is a little bit different in my opinion. Grading games and DVDs is more about the preservation, number one, because dude, this is a trophy. You know what I mean? To me personally. I don't know if anybody would want a 9.2 complete in box Spirit Tracks except for me. This is a game that I spent a lot of time on, took me forever to beat, and I just needed to put it on my shelf. I just needed to have something to display this. Instead of displaying it like this, where the games are kind of all sideways, I just thought this was a better way to display. I think it looks a lot better. Without further doubt, and I do have more games too, just so you guys know, I've got some Smash games in here. Just so you guys know, let's crack these open. Let's see what we got. I'm pretty darn pumped, actually. I mean, these boxes are just so massive. So let's set up the camera, and we'll have a good time opening these guys, I think. I'm not too sure what the best way to do this is, or how to show you guys, because this is kind of an absurdly large package. Maybe if I open it on the ground, and then I'll pull the games up one at a time. And then I'll show you guys kind of a panoramic view after we're all done. It was definitely long enough ago that I don't remember everything that I sent. You know, a 16, you know, submission of anything does take a minute. And I guess if you're curious, here, I'll show you guys kind of like how this is packaged. It is packaged so dang well and secure. Like, look at this. These are just placeholders for the games. Like, man, look at that. So these are like really solid in here. Oh man, here's obvious. Maybe I'll just do it one at a time. Here's obviously the ones that couldn't get graded, which is fine, I think. This was one that I was super, super bummed about. This is actually a game, or not necessarily a game. This is actually something I was insanely bummed that they couldn't grade. I'll show you guys why that is. Oh, unable to encapsulate. I'm not sure why they would have that, but I don't know. I guess it is what it is. So this is one of my favorite movies of all time, Princess Mononoke. And this is an original one from 2004, still sealed. So one of my favorite movies of all time, still sealed. They weren't able to actually encapsulate that. Really kind of bums me out, to be honest, but that's okay. The other one, I kind of understand. This, I think, well, I wanted to send a little bit of every type of media. And this one, I believe, is one of 2 CDs that I tried to send. And it just didn't work out. I think this one makes a little more sense to me. This was the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD CD. And it's just kind of tiny. Like, you can tell it's literally like paper thin. So I don't know how they would encapsulate that, which makes sense. Still just kind of bummed out. But let's dive into here. We'll just start here in the back. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in here. And there must be 7 in the other one. So, awesome. I'm so excited. All right. We'll just pull from the back here, and then we'll just do like a first-person little unboxing. Let's just start back here, shall we? Ow. So here we are. This was, like I said, the first and only CD that I'll be getting graded. Still super, super excited. Oh, yeah. So this is Super Smash Bros. The soundtrack, graded a 9.8. That's pretty decent, I think. I don't know how many of these are actually graded. I'll check it out. You got like Captain Falcon, Charizard, Princess Peach. I mean, this is one of my favorite games of all time. I loved 3DS and Wii U. I think it was really cool that they did that, but beautiful, beautiful game right here. Let me move the lighting around a little bit so it looks a little better. All right, what's next? Okay. You guys might already know what this is. So yeah, so here's another example of just preservation, something that I want to keep sort of in my collection forever. This is the Steelbook for Smash Wii U. Oh, that's kind of funny. There's another Smash Wii U. So they can do like the promotional cases or just the cartridges. You can kind of see up here, like it will just say like what it is, if it's just the cartridge or whatever it is. I didn't know this was Canadian. I bought this in America, so that's weird. 9.6, dude. This is sick. I'm actually super excited to have this. And see what I mean? This is something that you kind of just can display on a shelf, and I think it looks incredible. All right, up next. Oh, the best part is you guys probably already know just by looking. This must be the Super Smash Bros. Stuff. Oh, this one comes in a little bit of like extra plastic. Interesting. All right, we have a sealed Smash Wii U. Funny, we got Wii U Steelbook, the Wii U CD, and then there you go. Super Smash for the Wii U, on the Wii U. This is sealed, graded a 9.4. Very, very exciting. I think that looks terrific. All right, here we go. We're getting into some fancy stuff. This one is brand new. Here's something I don't really understand, which I'll share with you in a minute. You guys could probably guess what this is. This is the brand new Steelbook for the SpongeBob SquarePants movie 2024, 9.6 grade. Dude, this is, I love this. I literally bought this specifically to grade. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. So they just recently released a Steelbook for the SpongeBob movie, I think for like the 20th anniversary. And see, if you buy a Steelbook like at Walmart or Amazon, the packaging will be all covered with like, it'll have like a giant plastic thing that goes on the back. You can't really see the art. So I just took it off just so I can have something to display. And I think this is an amazing display piece. It's like SpongeBob's face, graded a 9.6. That is one of my favorite things in my collection so far. All right, what do we got now? You guys probably can tell. So pumped about this one. We've got Super Smash Brawl, another one of those games I put so many hours in. You guys don't understand how many hours I put in, man. Hold on one sec. Super Smash Brawl was one of my favorite games. So once again, this is another sealed copy that I had. Graded a 9.4. That is not bad. Very, very excited about that. I think it looks super good. And like, dude, these new cases look good. I don't know why the Steelbooks don't come in these cases. They must be like a different sizing. I think these are like a little bit shorter. But either way, dude, I just love that packaging so much. 2 more left in box number 1. We got one of my favorite games of all time. The games, for the majority, are going to be, I guess I have some sealed, like Smash obviously sealed, but this game was one from my personal collection, one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time. See if you guys can guess it, if you're not already just reading along. Pokemon White version. I liked Black version, but dude, something about Pokemon White was just my absolute favorite. Complete in box, 9.2. This is just straight from my personal collection. Now it's going to just sit on the shelf as a trophy, as one of my favorite games, Pokemon games of all time. Such a beautiful game. Oh, nice. Another Pokemon game. Just in time, actually, for the 20th anniversary? The 20th anniversary, maybe the 25th anniversary, can't remember which one, of Pokemon Soul, or I guess Pokemon Silver. But here we go, Pokemon Silver. Dude, this should tell you guys how well I kept my games. This came out in 2010. This was the next wave of games. White was the next wave of games to come out a year later. But, dude, I kept those in pretty decent condition, you know, for just having them for the last 15 years. That's not bad. Dude, Soul Silver, one of my other just favorite games of all time. Once again, this is just like another one of those trophies. Just going to sit on my shelf forever. Absolutely beautiful. All right, that concludes box number 1. Let's get this guy out of here and get box number 2 set up. The packaging is done super well. Like, these are in here pretty secure. Now, I know a lot of people, the majority of people, grade specifically for, you know, that value return. I don't know. I feel like graded games, movies especially, Blu-rays especially, I don't know if the market's like still pretty new for that sort of thing, to where, you know, I don't even know if there is like a sealed Blu-ray market or even like a sealed movie market really established yet. I think it's really just for the fans at this point, which I'm totally cool with. So we got another set of things here. Once again, kind of random. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't know what that is. 8, 9, 10 things. Let's dive in. Oh boy. It's like, dude, you got 10 things? I wonder what they could be. I guess first, let's start with this. I have no clue what this is. This might just be, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what this is. Whatever it is, it better be worth being this secure. Holy cow. Oh, dude, I'm so stupid. Huh. My bad. What? Return to customer. I'm not exactly sure why Star Wars, the original Lego Star Wars, that's actually one of my favorite games of all time. Not sure why that's there. Not sure why this is here either. Don't know what that is. And then a memory card. So, not super smart. I guess I probably should have checked all these beforehand. I don't know how Lego Star Wars snuck by. That I have no clue how that ended up in one of these packages. Or if that's a mistake, I don't know. But that's kind of weird in my opinion. I hope that's not like my fault. All right, let's dive into these. Number 1. Yes. Steelbooks galore. Dude, it might have actually been maybe in one of these steelbooks or something. Could you imagine? Dude, this is one of my favorite steelbooks that has ever come out. The Pokemon and Sun and Moon promotional case. Oof, 9.8. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good grade. I think the other one, 9.6. We're getting like really high grades for these, like 9.2, 6, 9.4, 9.6. We got a 9.8 for just this guy. 2016. I've held on to this for 8 years. Kept that in 9.8 condition. It's pretty good. That is such a good looking case. All right. You guys know we got another 3DS game. Of course, you guys probably can see and tell just by looking at that. Nice. Wii U version and the 3DS version in a 9.6. I think Wii U version got a 9.4, but we have like all of the Wii U and 3DS stuff. We've got the 3DS, the Wii U version, and then the Steelbook and the CD. So super pumped about this. This is sealed, A+. I thought this was some of their better arts. Dude, love this. I actually didn't put a ton of time into this game, mostly because I was just too technical. Like I was really trying to be a technical player at the time. So it was very difficult for me to like really get into the like the 3DS because I just did not like playing with the 3DS, if that makes sense. All right, dude. Nostalgia. We already talked about this game. Potentially the most nostalgic game in my entire collection. And this is, once again, kind of how I do things. My personal favorite game. One of my personal favorite games of all time. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for the Nintendo GameCube. I think I've beat Twilight Princess 5 times. I beat it for the GameCube, the Wii U. I think I played it again on maybe one of these. I beat it again for the or I guess the Wii, and then I beat it again for the Wii U. So I beat this game a lot of times. I could probably speed run it at this point. By far, one of my favorite games of all time. And this is my personal favorite, complete in box. So you can tell, see here, like sealed has this cool blue label, and then CIB, complete in box, has this like green label. So complete in box at an 8.5, 100% will take that, and that is going up on the display forever. All right. Keep them coming with the nostalgia here. Another one of my absolutely favorite games of all time, Wind Waker. Another 8.5. Oh, the complete in boxes. These ones I've had for a very long time. 2006, 2003. I've held on to these games for nearly 20 years. And like that says something in my opinion. Oh, dude. One of the best games, in my opinion, of all time. Wind Waker. The cell shade art style is great, and just like this is one of those game loops that you can reference and play forever. Oh, that is awesome. In an 8.5. I was kind of, and here's the thing, dude, it's like for the nostalgic purposes, it's like no matter what this gets, if this got like a 3.0, it was still just go on my shelf as one of my favorite, most nostalgic games ever. It's not like that 8.5 means anything to me. The fact that it's like a displayable thing for my collection. What else we got here? I want to get something weird. Here we go, dude. Super pumped about this one. To go with SpongeBob, I got one of my favorite anime of all time, just released a complete series steelbook. We got Faye, Ein, Ed. Of course, we got Spike and Frank. I don't even remember his name. But dude, check it out. The complete series Cowboy Bebop Steelbook. How cool does that look and how awesome is that? I know there's like a lot of reflections and stuff, but I'll try to get a good angle for you guys. I just think that's so cool. Graded a 9.6, and just like the SpongeBob copy, like this is something that I want to display. So I took the wrapping off just so I can have it preserved well. It's like, dude, once they're in here, no one really cracks these out. So it's like, it's really just made for display purposes. So glad to have that Steelbook displayable. Oh boy, I don't even know if I'm allowed to show this. Now we're getting into the DVDs, dude. Here's a DVD for you. I'm pretty positive that this is the first ever graded copy, complete series of Golden Boy. Not really much to say about this. Like, I really can't show or share much about it. But, dude, this is one of my favorite anime of all time. Graded a 9.6, sealed from 1995. This is one of my favorite anime series of all time. 6 episodes. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely hilarious. Like, dude, this is just a complete call to nostalgia. Going to sit on the shelf forever. If you have not seen Golden Boy, I encourage you to check it out. If you have seen it, let me know what your favorite episode. That's going front and center, baby. 3 left. I can't believe it. Dude, another anime. Dude, oh, yes. I am so excited about this one. So just a little, well, dude, I guess, you know, with the Paul fight that just happened, Paul versus Tyson, one of my favorites, actually probably my favorite sports anime of all time is Fighting Spirit or Hajime no Ippo. So we graded the first ever volume of Hajime no Ippo or Fighting Spirit. This was the American volume that came to the US. Graded a 9.6, not bad. Sealed, absolutely beautiful. And dude, yeah, this is Ippo Makunouchi. And dude, like this, see, here's the thing. This volume isn't very expensive. This DVD is still fairly easy to get, definitely opened. It's definitely easy to get even sealed, but like this is just a piece of nostalgia that I want to display. You know, this is a trophy, something that I've just wanted to show off. And dude, I love it. Ippo looks great. It's Fighting Spirit. 75 episodes in season 1. If you have not seen it, I really encourage you to check it out. It is absolutely terrific. Very excited to have that. All right, down to the last 2. Let's do this one. A Switch game. This is the first Switch game that I've graded. And yeah, it looks tiny in there compared to everything else. The value of this is a game I actually did grade via value. I picked up 3 of these on opening day because I feel like I knew that they were going to kind of just be worth something. And that's Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Like 3 of my favorite games of all time. Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. Like 64, GameCube, and Wii. It's 3 of the best Mario games for those platforms. Sealed at a 9.8, like one of the best grades you can get. Pretty much the best grade you can get. I don't think there's any grades higher. Love this. So super excited to have this game. And dude, yeah, this is 3 of the best games of all time. I have Sunshine graded. I'll probably never get 64 graded. I do have a copy of Mario Galaxy. It is opened. I might try to get one sealed and graded at some point. But yeah, it's very nice to see how that looks and compared to the other sizing. It looks like a little tiny game in there. All right, we are to the last one here. We're ending it on a bang. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, the Zelda collection is going to be looking epic after this. 4 Swords. 8.0. I think this is actually the worst grade we got. This game, I think, was like one of, not my least favorite game, but this took me and my friends forever to play and beat and like get 4 people together with GameCubes. Not GameCubes, but like Game Boy Advances to come over and play this because we wanted to play it like the full, like everybody play it. And it was so difficult to get everyone to do that and like work together as a team, especially for 2004. Like 20 years ago, I was 14 years old. Like it was very, very difficult. But man, you just got to love this. Beautiful game, amazing game. And I love this artwork. Dude, that is crazy. And there you guys have it. My biggest WATA submission, some of my favorite games to come out. I still need to figure out what's up with this Sonic game, but I think it's kind of funny. And we graded everything from steelbooks to CDs to DVDs to Blu-rays. Like we graded it all, man. And I really wanted to take advantage of their entire grading system and see what we could do. And yeah, there it is. The grading process is way easy. Like, honestly, if you guys are on the fence about grading, the only reason I would be on the fence about grading is just like from a value standpoint right now, just because I feel like graded video games, maybe graded DVDs and Blu-rays isn't quite established quite yet, in my opinion. But I did this primarily for preservation and display. I love the way these are displayed. I can set this on a shelf kind of just like that, just like this. And I think these look really cool. In the case, you can read on it. It's awesome. Just a new way to display it. And that's why I did it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for this WATA unboxing. 16 pieces. That was crazy. Thank you guys so much. I think this cost, I don't have a cost breakdown. This was not cheap. This was like, I think this might have been like $1,000. So this was not cheap. It's not cheap to grade these things. That's another reason why it's like, what's the value? What's the return on this? Is this really a good investment? I don't know. This really comes down to like if you just want to preserve them and display them, in my opinion, because if the grading value, the grading cost is more expensive than the resale value, like there's zero benefit to grading. But I don't really care. Some of these are going on the shelf. All of these are going on the shelf. I love them so much. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Let me know if you guys have any questions down in the comments. Feel free to, ask anything and I'll be sure to answer those. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to clean this mess up. We'll catch you guys on the next video.